Hi, my name is Holly Rasmussen, and today I'm going to be discussing two important primary resources related to the Hundred Years' War: the Treaty of Troyes of 1420 and the description of the conditions in France around 1422. So the Treaty of Troyes was created as a way to put an end to the Hundred Years' War because of French political instability, English military pressure, internal French divisions, and a Burgundian influence were all pushing toward this settlement that would put Henry V and his heirs on the French throne. According to the treaty, after the death of Charles VI, who was the current king of France and also suffering from a lot of mental instability, the crown would not be passed to his son, the Dauphin Charles, but instead would go to his son-in-law, Henry V of England, and Henry's heirs. This would mean that France and England would be united under one monarchy, and this was really supported heavily by the Burgundians, who really did not like the Dauphin. They did not get along with him at all. The English kings continue to use this treaty for hundreds of years into the future to assert their claim to the French crown. This claim became a central part of English royal titles and was later justification to continue the Hundred Years' War in a couple years when the Dauphin eventually does gain control of the crown. The authors of the treaty obviously don't like the Dauphin. They accuse him of frightful and astounding crimes of France. This is further proof of divisions within France. And now moving to the document about the situation of France in 1422, which describes the state of France shortly after the death of Charles VI. And despite the treaty's intentions, Charles VII does succeed his father and claims the French throne, even though the state of France at this time was very dire. The source paints a very bleak picture of France: destruction of all military discipline, lack of farming, so much turmoil that even the animals were on guard. So the thing about the treaty is it was only a formal political agreement and didn't hold any real weight or dealt with what was really happening in France after multiple decades of war, losses, loss of life, lack of stability. And what we gain out of it is,